What's up, y'all? Your boy Self Shit Rise. And I wasn't gonna do this video, but hey, what the hell? I'm gonna do it because the video that I put up, Americans Will Never Beat Koreans, caused a little more of a stir than I expected it to. So this will be my little reply to my own video, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna keep beating the issue. Basically, I still stand by what I said in the video when it comes to Americans, from what I'm seeing from the majority of Americans and the way they play Tekken, the way they approach the game. It just seems like they're not ready to work hard enough. They're too ready to take the easy ways out, and Tekken is not an easy game at all. When you get in high level play, you know, it gets pretty rugged. So that was the main idea of the video, man. Just saying, you know, a little less complaining and a little more work might get us further than what we're getting so far. And when I made the video, I was ready for a backlash. I really expected to lose a lot of subscribers, for the dislike button bar to be crazy, and for people to just call for my head on the silver platter. You know, still might get that reaction. It's still kind of, I don't know. Some people agree with what I was saying. They get the main idea of the video. They say I could have expressed it a little better. And you know, looking back on it, I could have, because I kind of just lumped everything together. I was primarily talking about Tekken recently, but I kind of just said in general, because in general, the Americans lose more than they win, so I think it still applies in any game. The Americans don't really dominate these fighting games, so it's okay. I'm just not liking what I'm seeing out of my community as far as the mentality that they taking on with these games. It's a lot of complaining and whining instead of trying to grind and get better. It seems like I mentioned Eddie and Christie, because I've been seeing people whine about Eddie and Christie for years now, but me, I never really whined about them. I accepted the fact that they were in the game and they're not going anywhere. Once I decided to be a high level player, I realized it was up to me to learn how to handle those characters, and I tried my best to do that. Sometimes it's a little more frustrating than others. You know, a different Eddie player brings a little something different to the table, and you just gotta adapt. And what I'm saying is, when you do that, when you have that mentality that I'm not gonna give up or rage quit mentality, eventually you start catching on and improving. That's what I was saying. You know, you gotta work at it. It's work. I mean, not work like, I don't want to discourage anybody from getting into Tekken. I mean, just working on your game. It's still a game, and Tekken is not gonna be fun for everybody, but it's fun to me. Tekken is fun to me when I lose, because I take away something from every loss, a mistake I made, a different strategy that the player used that I need to look out for the next time I fight that character. It's always fun to me. A lot of people don't take losing that well, and you know, that hurts, because when I first started playing Tekken, it wasn't pretty. I didn't get serious about Tekken until Tekken 5 Online, and it wasn't even until that game was out for a while that I decided who I was going to go with as a main character, Lei Wulong, and really be good. And see, me, when I talk about wanting to challenge, I decided I was going to pick one of the hardest characters for even more of a challenge, because right when I got Raven 2 is because I saw people saying that those characters were garbage and not worth it, and you know, I wanted to prove them wrong. So that's what I do. If y'all just join my page, that's what my page is about, showing that characters that are hard or garbage, in most people's opinions, can be used effectively if you work hard enough. And my fights on my page are mostly for entertainment. So people are saying, you don't even play rank mode, man, you play like crap. And yeah, I do. A lot of these matches, I just mess around and throw out stuff just to show what you can do with the characters. It's totally unsafe, and the character's already unsafe enough. But you know, I'm just showing potential, really. My page is about entertainment and showing what you can do when you dedicate yourself to certain characters that people seem to not even want to touch. So yeah, the tournament guys, you know, I'm not knocking them. I think for the most part the tournament guys are, you know, they working on the game. They know what that they need to maybe work on movement and things like that. They already know this stuff. But the vast majority of people I see talk about Tekken or playing Tekken just first thing out their mouth when a Korean is mentioned are just how good they are and how they can't be beat. And I don't like that. I feel like as Tekken players, we're all part of the same community, and we shouldn't just bow down like that. So it kind of disturbs me, man. And I just don't like that. I just don't like people so willing to hand a trophy over without making a good effort to try to take it back, you know. That's not where I'm coming from in my mind. And you know, I'm a nobody. I haven't been to a tournament. I can't deny that. I'm a so-called online warrior, and I don't like that title no more. Because in Tekken 6, hey, it was what it was. That was terrible online. Tekken Tag 2, I play a lot of Tekken, so I'm somebody who can tell the difference when things are just even off by a few seconds. When you play the game enough, you really do know. Even though it don't look like it, to most people it's kind of off. But Tag 2 is pretty much the same offline and online for the majority. I mean, it's never going to be 100% perfect. So I don't buy that just because I play online, you know, I'm irrelevant. I fought a lot of good fights online in Tag 2. It's a good experience. It's a good online experience. So you can't write me off because of that. I don't think. And yeah, I never been to a tournament, so write me off because of that, whatever. I don't even play rank mode, but I'm gonna start doing that now. So I'm gonna get on rank mode, so at least I can prove something to somebody. I don't feel forced to prove anything, but hey, if I can back up anything, at the very least I can play for rank. See how far I get on that. But anyway, it's crazy. Like, you know, my boy Lone Eclipse, he called me out. No, nothing against you, Lone Eclipse, man. I understand your point, but he been a subscriber to my page, and I'm subscribed to his. Cool guy, real good Armor King and King player. I always thought he was good, but you know, he took offense to what I said. You know, I shouldn't talk about tournament players. I never done anything in a tournament, and from what he sees in my videos, I would never even come close to beating a Korean ever in life. You know, ever. But if that's true, or if it isn't true, that's just an example of one of the things about American players that I don't understand. Like, why would, as a fellow American player, why would you tell another American player that they would never have a chance to beat a Korean? That's not, you know, I understand when we're in American tournaments, when it's American against American, we're gonna talk our trash. You know, we're gonna blow on each other if we mess up. But when it comes to a match against another country like that, it just seems like we shouldn't say what another fellow American player could never do. For all y'all know, I could be the one to pull the crazy upset. You never know who it's gonna be. You never know how they're gonna do it. So, say that did happen. I mean, what would that mean? When you say what I could never do, how can you be so sure? I mean, like on these videos I make, like I say, they're for entertainment. Of course, I'm not gonna do certain things I'm doing in these fights against top players. But it's just like, me personally, I would never tell. Even though the title of that video was "Americans Will Never Be Koreans," I was pointing out the problems of why it seems like we're not getting to that point. I would never just straight up tell another player that they could never do it. I mean, if I was talking to Lone Eclipse and he was talking about he was gonna have to fight the Koreans, I'd be like, yeah, man, let's do it. Let's do this. You need to practice what we need to do. I would never tell him, oh, you ain't got no chance in hell, man, just hang it up. And that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. That's, Americans just get too against each other, man. Everybody want to put each other down. Not saying that man put me down. I didn't take no offense to it. Don't get me wrong if you're watching this Lone Eclipse. No harm done, man. Just pointing out something that it's one of the examples of why I felt the urge to make that video. Just a statement like that. You know, South Shore Rise would never beat the Koreans ever. That's from one of my fellow American players, man. That's what I'm saying. You know, I don't care who beats the Koreans. I wouldn't care who it was. I wouldn't care if it was the scrubbiest of a scrub who did nothing but spam Bob stomach splashes. But when it comes to that fight against that scrub against a Korean, I want to see the American win. And yeah, I respect the Koreans. They got skill, but we can get on that level. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, man, if I'm doing solid with Lei and Raven, I don't see any excuses for anybody else using stronger characters, quote unquote stronger characters. It just depends on how hard you're willing to work, man. Even with me, with my full-time job and a newborn kid, I find the time to get good practice in. True, the Koreans, I mean, people claim they practice 8 hours a day. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but if you practice well enough and just play the game and learn from your mistakes, I don't see why you can't reach that same level. And I play on pad. I mean, how many strikes I got against me? I'm playing online with Lei and Raven, demanding technical characters that are trash in bad connections. I'm playing on a pad, and I do okay. I mean, I fight a lot of high-level guys. I choose not to upload the matches. I mean, I win against high-level guys, and I lose. But that's not what my page is. That's not what I'm here to show. I could, but I just choose not to. It's a lot of stuff. I don't just play Tekken when I upload videos. I play Tekken all throughout the day against all types of players. And a lot of times I'm just not recording when I happen to get a high level match going, or I just don't buy the excuses, man. I'm willing to work however long it takes to beat somebody. Lose however many times I have to lose. But hey, my PSN is here. Fighting Jim, if you're watching this, I would like to play the top American guys. I'm up for any challenge, I might get whooped, but hey, that's fun to me. That's what I need. Hit me up.